Dragon Ball Super Episode 41. Another great addition to Dragon Ball Super, in my opinion. To be honest, I really like this episode. And as I said before, just like the previous episodes, you can tell that all of this is Akira Toriyama content from beginning to end. And that's one of the main reasons that I'm really digging where it's going right now. This episode seemed to have quite a bit of build up more than anything because the tournament's over, and we got to find out a lot of things. The first thing that we found out about this episode is from the little guy who came in the last episode. We get to find out that this guy is actually the ruler of everything in the 12 universes. It's kind of funny when you see a character like this in Dragon Ball Z because most of the time you don't think much of them, and then they end up turning out to be something that you least expect, like some almighty ruler or something like that. And this guy is no exception to that. We knew by the way he came in on the last episode that he was definitely going to be some very important character and have a big role in the story. But just looking at the character design, you think, oh man, this guy's just another weakling for the most part. And I know a lot of people didn't like his design, but as said, it's Akira Toriyama work, and he does things like this all the time, giving you characters that don't look like much and then they turn out to be something big. It's funny because even Piccolo and Vegeta freak out once Lord Beerus announces his title and says exactly what this guy is and all the things he has control over. He comes in stating that he enjoyed watching the tournament, so I'm guessing he was there the whole time. It doesn't really say how he found out about it, but I still think it was cool that he waited to show his presence until after the tournament was over, just so everybody could freak out, and which is exactly what happens, except for one character whom we all know who that is. Goku comes right in and shakes the guy's hand. At first, everybody freaks out when Goku tries to approach him. Even the two guys that came in with him were not allowing Goku to pass them because they didn't want him to get close. But he eventually said, oh no, it's okay, you can let him pass. So Goku goes up, shakes his hand, and when he lifts him up off the ground, it's kind of weird. It makes you think he can't fly because he lifts him up off the ground, and everyone's freaking out about the fact that I guess Goku's using too much strength to shake his hand, and they're hoping he doesn't hurt him because they say that this guy has the ability to destroy all 12 universes if he wants it done. So yeah, he definitely has a lot of power. What made me laugh the most is the fact that when Goku shakes his hand, even these two guys that came in with him are freaking out about it. And it's so weird because it's like you would think that they would know how his character is. So I don't know, it was just weird. But either way, I thought it was cool. Everything about that scene was cool, but he takes off pretty fast. He just announces that there's going to be another tournament, and I'm guessing it's leading into the fact that we're actually going to get to see all the gods of destruction and a bunch of warriors from the universes, because that's what he says. He's going to host another tournament with all 12 universes being involved, and actually I can't wait for that. The next thing that happens is that Champa gives the Dragon Balls to Beerus, and he states that I hope you have good luck finding the 7th one because we haven't been able to locate it. And that's when Bulma uses her Super Dragon Radar to try to find it, and she's saying that she thinks she has to go to the center of the universe in order to locate it. And that's when Monaka finds out. He says that he reads maps for, I guess, his job or whatever he does, and he says that she needs to turn the Dragon Radar a different way in order to locate it, in which she does. And then they find out that the planet that they were actually hosting the tournament on was the 7th Dragon Ball, and Piccolo states that it probably happened with all the debris and stuff that had collected up from, I guess, planets being destroyed or the separation of planets. I'm not really sure. But they find out that the planet they're fighting on is, in fact, the 7th Dragon Ball. After that, that's when they proceed to go and summon the dragon of the Super Dragon Balls. And I thought this was pretty cool because, man, these things were so huge, and I really wanted to see what could happen. Now, one thing about the dragon was that it only granted one wish. I figured that since Purunga was so powerful that he could grant 3 wishes, I figured this guy would probably be able to grant, like, I don't know, maybe at least 3 or 4, which it didn't really bother me. But the whole time I was thinking, wow, I wonder what this wish is actually going to be. So I'm waiting for the dragon to show up, and then I get surprised big time when they actually summon the dragon. Due to the Super Dragon Balls being planet size, we already knew that the dragon was going to be huge, and that was definitely no surprise when he showed up. But I did think one thing about it.
I don't know what the hell you feeding him, but he is too damn big!
This thing is huge, and I mean, when they summon it, you can actually see planets inside of its stomach, and I think they were actually eaten by the dragon when they summoned it. And I believe at one point in the episode, Lord Beard says this isn't the dragon that we're seeing its entity inside of it, which was kind of weird, but it made a whole lot of sense because the size of the cube they were in wasn't even an inch of this thing's tooth. I mean, it's literally that big, and honestly, if I was there, I probably would have freaked out because this thing is, at first from the previews we saw in the last episode, it looked like a giant Yu-Gi-Oh monster. But anyway, whatever. They proceed on to the wish, and then Lord Beerus does the nicest thing. He says that he wishes for a more comfortable bed, but we actually found out how generous he is as a character when he wishes for the Earth of Champa's universe to be revived, and the people come back and the planet is restored. So I thought that was pretty awesome that even though he won the tournament, he wasn't so inconsiderate about doing something for his brother. Then again, he probably could have done it just because he didn't want Champa coming back to his universe again and trying to steal things. I don't know, but overall, I thought it was well done, and I thought it was a really good episode. Once again, I'm even thinking that the next episode is going to be another great episode because we actually get to see Goku versus Monaka from what it looks like, which I highly doubt. It's probably going to be somebody from Monaka's clan, but we also see he's going to be back in his old uniform. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the same for Vegeta, so it's probably going to be some time after the tournament is over. Overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it was great. I hope you guys can agree, and if you do like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm Animated Heroes, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.